Power BI 2025. This is the channel where we get you to learn about Power BI and Excel, along with some other marketing information. We continue to build out new products and new videos for Power BI. But since we have reached September, we've got 3 months to go in the year. I wanted to do a video on how to download Power BI, get the latest version of Power BI up and running so you can improve your data visualizations. Remember, Power BI is just a unique way that has a lot more visualizations than Excel that are already pre-built in to learn Power BI. So when you go to Microsoft.com, you will see the Power BI desktop. And what you'll want to do is use the advanced download options feature. When you click on this feature, you will have a new window come up. And what that window will look like is we're going to show you how to download it. And then once you have that, when you do the Power BI download, we're going to and here is the Power BI desktop screen. When you download that video, one of the things you'll notice is the key thing you want to do is download Power BI and update your version. And when you go to install it, you will see the date published. This is September 16th. We're recording this on. So the most recent version of Power BI was on September 15th, 2025. It can also show you some of the system requirements that you may need and then the install instructions. So that is how you download and install Power BI and get the latest version of Power BI. The next thing we're going to do is actually open up Power BI, and we're going to show you some of the main features inside Power BI. Now, remember, Power BI gives you the option to use many different capabilities. And one of the things you're going to do is learn how to use Power BI to either import data. You can clean up data using Power Query, similar to Excel. And you can also use it as a source of visualizations. Now I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see this. But once you download Power BI, this is your basic working model. And what this allows you to do is you can see on the top, you've got your ribbon, and the ribbon goes from right to left. You've got the external tools, which includes DAX Studio. You can also have Tabular Editor and Bravo, which are external tools that you can use in Power BI. You also get a help function, which allows you to use the Power BI blog, access the community, and also you can bring in some examples of sample data and sample reports. You can also use the community galleries section, and then you can also do some guided learning if you're new to Power BI. Then you have the optimization screen. This allows you to do a performance analyzer on your file. View gives you some different options, including a mobile layout option, a page view option, and you can also set up your bookmarks and some of the other tools inside Power BI. Your modeling section is one of the more important sections. You'll learn you can bring in new parameters. You can also have a new table for Power BI. Insert allows you to insert a new chart or a new visual. And you can also set up your Power Apps, your Power Automate, shapes, and text boxes. And then your home screen is kind of where it all starts. You've got your Get Data function, which allows you to bring in data from multiple different sources. And that includes Excel workbooks, data flows, text CSV files, web files, blank queries. You can also enter data manually inside Power BI, and then you can use transform data which is very similar to Power Query. Now, we've already got some videos on transform data and Power Query inside Power BI. We're going to be doing some more of those. But one of the things you can do is you can use Power Query right inside Power BI. So it's just another feature inside Power BI. And then on the left-hand side, I'll make this a little bit bigger, zoom in. Um, you can see you've got your four modes. You've got your report view, which is where you set up your visuals. Then you've got your table view, which allows you to see your data in a table view. Then you've got your model view, which is where you set up your model. You'll learn more about one-to-one, one-to-many, uh, different type of relationships, and that's what makes Power BI so powerful, is that you can set up your models and relationships with your data. You also get a DAX query view. Uh, and first time you go in that, you can take a tour of your DAX query model. And then the final view is your TMDL to edit your model, which is a feature rich code editor in the last year that has been added to the Power BI screen. So those are just some of the basic areas inside Power BI. Again, we'll bring this down to so you can see the main screen. And once you get into your main screen, you can see different things inside Power BI, including importing data from Excel. You can import data from a SQL server. You can also paste data into a blank table, and you can use sample data. So there's a lot of different data sets out there in Power BI that allows you to test and try out data. But with this sample data inside Power BI, you can actually bring in data right the first time you use Power BI. And we're going to show you how to do that. When you use the sample data, you will get a couple of different options to load in sample data. And what you'll see is when you load in the sample data, you can see some of the different data options for your report. So we're going to show you how to do that as well. But again, 2025, the main ribbon hasn't changed a lot since earlier this year. What's new inside Power BI is the TMDL screen, and then a little bit more advanced on the DAX query view. And then the table view and the report view have not changed much inside 2025. Now, again, with your external tools, that gives you the option to bring in external tools like DAX Studio, Bravo. I did a video on Bravo, and then Tabular Editor 3, which is another external tool that allows you to learn Power BI. So for 2025, that gives you a chance to learn more about Power BI and learn the navigation menu. Now, when you're in the home menu and you want to import data, you will use the get data function. And you can choose even from this more feature, which will bring up all of the different type of data capabilities inside Power BI. And when you do that, you can also take a look at the different functions. We'll show what that looks like. We are going to show you the window. And from the window, you can see again the Power BI platform. So those are just some of the capabilities. You'll notice in this center section, these are the visualizations that are available, and they are put into different types of visualizations. You've got your bar and column visualization, line and area, your waterfall, your funnel, and your scatter chart along with your pie, donut, and tree maps. You can do different types of maps. They've got gauges, cards, and KPIs. We do have some videos up on KPIs, cards, and gauges, and then some of the different types of slicers. They have added a text slicer, a regular slicer, and then there's also a list slicer that's new. And then a button slicer is also available within the last year in Power BI. You've got a couple of different options for table and matrix. And then you've got your AI visuals that include a narrative visual, a Q&A, and then we've got the decomposition tree and the key influencer, which are all visuals under AI visuals under Power BI. So that is a look at an intro to Power BI, how to download it and install. We're going to have more intro videos here on Power BI coming up and helping you learn Power BI in 2025.